A few years ago, people were pointing out that for some queries, like did the Holocaust happen, we were giving people results that had the words and were on the topic but were from low quality sites. And we viewed this as a pretty profound failure.
This is clearly bad because this is clearly a case of misinformation because, the Holocaust did actually occur. And so then we wanted to understand why it is that this was happening.
For the web, it's around the same number.
So we take a very algorithmic approach. We did not go in and say, oh, for this query, we're going to change the results.
That means actually very
The fundamental reason for that is every problem that is reported to us like this is usually the tip of the iceberg. And it's usually just a representation of a whole class of problems, in this case, problems of misinformation. And just solving the specific problem that was reported to us does not solve the large iceberg of problems that were not reported to us.
Part of the reason why we were all in search is because we want to give, good results to users. We want to make their lives better by giving them good information. This was contrary to everything that we wanted as employees in search, right? In a very egregious sense. It wasn't just, a misspelling or something like that.
It was saved and I have access to it.
Every query is going to have some notion of relevance and each one's going to have some notion of quality, and we're constantly trying to trade off which set of results balances those two the best.
Good question.
But if you type in the query, did the Holocaust happen, higher quality web pages may not really bother to explicitly say that the Holocaust did happen, right? They're talking about the Holocaust and sort of taking for granted the fact that we as informed citizens are aware that the Holocaust happened because we learned about it in school and so on. And so the only kinds of websites that are actually going to have the combination of terms that seem to closely match a query like that might be ones which in fact say, no, the Holocaust didn't actually happen, it's all a big hoax, right? Those results are not the high quality results. They tend to be lower quality even though they're more relevant. And so what was happening on the did the Holocaust happen type queries is that the relevant signals were overpowering the quality signals to a degree that was resulting in low quality results for users.
We've long recognized that there's a certain class of queries, like medical queries, like finance queries. In all of these cases, authoritative sources are incredibly important. And so we emphasize expertise over relevance in those cases. So we try to get you results from authoritative sources in a more significant way.
And by authoritative, we mean that it comes from trustworthy sources, that the sources themselves are reputable, that they are upfront about who they are, where the information has come from, that they themselves are citing sources.
And so the change we've made in the case of misinformation is to change the ranking function to emphasize authority a lot more. And this has made all the difference.